It is about that time for the book study. You Butterfly Book Study. We're going to get started in just a minute.
Insurance company offer you. Damn. I think it's better to take it slow instead of fast. I want to be that loving friend that you never had. Although it's easy to plant flowers in better grass. It's harder to respect.
This is Londrell. I like Londrell. You can find him on YouTube. So we are gonna talk about journaling. We're gonna get started in just a minute.
I want to let you know that this is a love that will never fade. Even if we find ourselves drifting off and going separate ways. Through the test of time and the present day. Know that soulmates can never separate. I would like to build a bond that will never break. And a love that elevates us to heaven's gates. In divine love, we levitate. In divine love, perception of love that I never knew. And every second in your presence, I get to see heaven from a better view. You are my sunshine, but at the same time, you bring smiles in every move. I've been traveling through different dimensions.
The sunshine is my sunshine. So beautiful to get out and get some sun. Thank you for joining, Chief Michael.
That's when I close my eyes and picture myself kissing the moon. And then my imagination travels in.
We're going to start the Butterfly Book Study in just a minute. Thank you for joining. I hope you're having the most amazing Friday possible. I just came in from taking out some time and enjoying my view, and I hope you enjoy your view too. Bask in the sun if you have any sun, and if not, just ground yourself with the land. I got a little skating in today. We have 2 days of very nice weather in Texas before we get a cold freeze. So I decided I might want to go to the park both days and bask in the sun. It's a beautiful thing. Let me share out the live. Grand evening, B Trippin'. How are you? Thank you for joining. We're going to go over some journaling a little bit before we get into the When the Earth Speaks book study. We'll start that one in an hour. This one is going to be talking about the You Butterfly Journal. And I love butterflies. This is the reason why I use butterflies for this journal. Butterflies for me symbolize transformation. And I just love butterflies. I love the whole process of the butterfly, the story of the butterfly. And I think we can see a little butterfly in all of us. Like, Or we could see a lot of butterfly in all of us as far as the whole, butterfly story goes. Say the butterfly effect. So give me a minute. I'm going to share out the live a little bit. Okay. Thank you for joining, Farmer Don. Hope y'all are having a good day. Good days, good days. Thank you for tapping the screen. Hello, love, I am. I am wisdom. Faye, how are you? I'm going to slow myself down enough to read what it actually says. Thank you for tapping the screen. I love this music by Mama T. Make you want to dance. Be tripping, be coming with some fire music too. On a whole nother level. It's like it's time to replace all that crap that we've been listening to and tap into some higher frequency music that actually does something for our soul, like our energy, for our mental. I need to download it on this phone because I got it all on the phone that I'm on. Greetings, how are you? I'm great. I got some sun, so I cannot complain. Cannot complain at all. Thank you for the teddy bear. Did you say sweaty teddy? Okay, so butterfly journal. You butterfly. Gratitude. You are definitely appreciate it. So I published this journal because I love butterflies, and I was trying to find a way to incorporate um, the aspect. Like I'm a very visual person, so for me, the whole butterfly represents transformation for me. So I was trying to figure out how to incorporate that, like in the form of a picture on the cover of a journal. And what a better way than just use a butterfly. Look, just keep it simple. Um, But I think this journal is good. I feel like, if the title is encouraging, then it makes you kind of go in with a different motivation. Um, so, we know the story behind the butterfly, but when you put the word you behind it and you say you butterfly, you kind of get, a different meaning out of it, which can be beautiful as well. Thank you for joining the live, Patience. How are you? So, I'm always talking about journaling, whether it is just writing out your thoughts, whether it is writing a list of what you're grateful for, writing your affirmations, whatever it is. It's good to write it out, good to get those thoughts out on paper. I am great. I am great. So, I'm always encouraging people to write because there's so much healing in the release. And the release is important because what we hold in compromises our health. It's not good for us. So why hold it in when there's so much room out? Like there's so much more space to let it go and to just release it, whatever it is. So hence the butterfly journal, the you butterfly journal. And it's just motivation to keep on pushing, keep on trucking, get all those thoughts out. And it might not even be affirmations that you want to write. I'm a poet. I like to write my get my stress out through poetry. It works for me. How you doing, Lorena? Thank you for joining the live. Divine honors. It definitely works for me. So I enjoy writing. It works for me in a few different ways. So I enjoy it. And I continue to do it because I feel what it's doing for me. Like it's instant gratitude and it's an instant release as well. So why not continue to do it if you feel like it's benefiting you in some kind of way? And I'm always talking about affirmations. It's good to know that affirmations are the first step to whatever the dream is. You write it out, and then from there you have to put some kind of action behind it to make it happen, right? So it's not that you write the affirmations and then they just appear. Like you close the book and you done. It's not that easy. It's there has to be some action behind the affirmations. But first you have to know that it's possible. So that's where the affirmations start. Is knowing that you are worthy of all these things that you want, and knowing that it is possible, and stopping ourselves in our tracks when we're quick to say these negative things and speak these negative things over our life because we don't realize what we're putting in the air. I don't know what's going on with the screen because it's flipping in and out. Divine honors done. So transformation. For me, the butterfly represents transformation, patience, and endurance. And it's something that we have to think about because it's something that if you think about I don't know, it's a mindset thing for me. So if you think about this little butterfly, or think about the butterfly story, right, and the caterpillar. in the beginning, there's a caterpillar. There's a caterpillar, right? And it hatches from an egg. Its main job is to eat and grow. And in that process, it sheds. It sheds its skin like time after time after time, right? And there's where the transformation comes, because the more you shed, the more you get to the core, right? So once it grows big enough, it crystallizes, and it goes through a process called metamorphosis. And it's crazy, the process, because they say it's like magic, which we know magic doesn't exist, so we know it's divine. It's something divine, right? Thank you, Jamie, for the hearts, for the heart puffs. Thank you for joining the live. Thank you, Edlin. Grand Rising, how are you? So we know that during this metamorphosis process that there's something divine that happens, and that's what makes the butterfly so beautiful. And did you know that like every butterfly is unique? Like you'll never see two butterflies that look exactly the same. So they're just like us, right? Like we go through this whole process of transformation, of patience and endurance, and then we're so unique in our own ways. It's the same thing. I think that's why I can relate to butterflies so much. When after the metamorphosis period, inside the chrysalis, the caterpillar, the body changes into a butterfly. Like it basically morphs, like with this metamorphosis, into a butterfly. And that's just the way, my terminology. And then the butterfly emerges. But the thing is, it's still not ready. Like it emerges, but the wings are wet, and the butterfly has to wait. The wings are not just wet, they're like baby wings, wet, wrinkly, whatever. And so the butterfly has to kind of grow into himself until those wings are strong, until they are dry, and until the wrinkles, kind of iron out into a full-fledged butterfly. You know what I'm saying? Whatever color it's meant to be, whatever, shades, designs. Look, they come with all kind of different beautiful designs on them. And I used to always look at them like, oh my gosh, they are so pretty. Like there is no way that this is not something divine, because they just so beautiful to me. So the process for me was always really, really intriguing. Thank you for joining the live, Shay. Or is it? Yes, it's Shay. Really, really intriguing. So if you watch this process, and I know in some schools, you go through the process, but they have little kits that you could buy. It's really good for kids, where you could buy the little kits and go through the whole little process of watching the butterfly. Watching the caterpillar, just form itself and transform into something so beautiful. And it's crazy how life is, right? Because, we go through our stages of whatever. And when we're in those stages, sometimes we don't even see the beauty in ourselves, but then we come out so transformed and so much better than we originated, right? Like when we babies, we kind of, there's some cute babies, but you know what I'm saying? There's some babies that take a minute to kind of, form into their self. And man, I have seen some babies that look like old people. Have y'all seen those? I'm not trying to be funny, but there's like a whole trend. If you Google it, there's like old heads that's reincarnated, and they look just like your papa. You know what I'm saying? Just like your granny in the face now. But as a baby, you go through that transformation, right? It's just the same thing, and it's so beautiful to watch ourselves grow through these processes and become something more beautiful than we were yesterday. And that's the beautiful thing about every day, is that we're given another chance to keep transforming and to keep shedding and keep shedding. So it's transformation, it's patience, it's endurance. Like it takes patience for you to wait for those wings to dry so you can really fly, right? And you can use that in so many different ways. Not just thinking about the butterfly when we apply it to our life. So I just love the butterfly, and that's why I always use butterfly emojis. I love, love, love butterflies. And then once the butterfly, the wings dry and all of that, and it's able to fly and it grows old enough, then the butterfly eventually, you know what I'm saying, lays its own eggs and it continues the life cycle all over again. And that's just so beautiful. Like, and it's so beautiful to watch transformation. You know what I'm saying? As long as there's growth involved. Like, it can't be no stagnation. And that's something that we learn in life. Like, okay, how long I'm gonna sit here? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we gotta simmer in whatever that is so we could get to it. We got to get through it so we can get to it, but we don't simmer too long, because we know what that does to us and what that stagnation causes us, and there's no growth in it. So we make the decision whether, okay, we're going to keep it moving, whether we might be moving blindly. I don't always have the answers. I don't always know the road to take. So a lot of times, I'm just winging it. Shoot, ain't a lot of us. I don't have all the answers, but I can guarantee you I'm finna keep moving. And that's just something we have to think about. But that's why I love the butterfly. And I wanted to share that story because I know you heard it when you were younger, but if you really like visualize that caterpillar and how it starts off as this like worm looking thing, you know what I'm saying? And it transforms. It transforms into something that is so beautiful and so unique in its own way that it can't be compared. That's why when we talk about lanes and we talk about this and that, like, we are all beautiful in our own ways. And the person next door to you, the person standing next to you, the person that's applying for that same position that you're applying for has nothing on you. Nothing at all. Because you're unique in your own way and you serve a purpose in your own way, and nobody can take that from you. So that's something that we have to learn to embrace, because we don't even consider it all the time. Um, they say we're our biggest enemy because we are. A lot of times we are harder on ourselves than most of the people around us. We second guess ourselves. We, you know what I'm saying, we quick to put ourselves down, and anything you put behind that eye, you manifesting it, whether it's negative or not. You're calling that negativity in. So we have to learn and do better for ourselves. That way we can do better for other people, right? But it starts with us. It definitely starts with us. So the butterfly effect. Have y'all heard of the butterfly effect? Type it in the chat if you have. The butterfly effect is the idea that a tiny change in a complex system can lead to large, unpredictable changes later on. So it's like small actions equal significant outcomes. So it's kind of like, it's the same thing. Like, don't stop, just keep moving, because one step forward is better than not moving at all, and it's definitely better than a half a step back. So it's kind of like, what I got out of that is, one person can make a difference until you meet the second person, you know what I'm saying? And then you meet the third person, you know what I'm saying? And everybody realize, oh, okay, you trying to, do something better. Like, one step, everybody take one step, and then you realize you all right there together. And then before you know it, it's a tribe of y'all with the same ideology, with the same mindset, like headed in the same direction. And it's like, yeah, why not go together? But you have to know that you can do it by yourself first. Do that make sense? Like, so I had to write down some stuff, like what it meant to me. So the butterfly effect, particularly. So one person can make a difference. One smile, one door open, one hug, one push, one word of encouragement, one speck of light. Remember, we were talking about that before, how it could be so dark, but one little piece of light changes the whole game. So if we think about it like that, I feel like it's a butterfly effect. So I think that's a good way to look at things. And that's the reason why I called it the butterfly journal, because butterflies signify so much. So it's like the encouraging step to get you to writing. Like, if that little bitty worm can form all of this, just think about what you could do. Think about it. Like, it's amazing. Everything that we go through is necessary for growth and strength. The good, the bad, and the ugly. So embrace it, face it, and walk in it. And then open your journal and write about it. Write about it. And so this goes to the poem, My Turn, because it's all about taking time for yourself so you can see, okay, what your next step is, what you're supposed to be focusing on, I've always been taught that if you can't love yourself, how can you love anybody else? A lot of people struggle with that, and they don't know why. We don't know, because I'm inclusive in this. We don't know why we have maybe have issues with other people when we don't even know how to do it for ourselves. So it's a learning process. But as long as you're willing to take the steps, journal some, write a little bit, get it off your chest. Say it with your chest and put it in your journal. But I'm just so for pushing to write it, right? Write something. It's a beautiful thing. A beautiful thing. So let's see. The last book study, we were writing 100 ways to love ourselves. And we got to the end. So I got to about 50 of them. So I want to finish that because we have to complete stuff so we can go to the next step. So I'm going to do 54. I'm gonna finish that by writing 50 ways because I already have 50 written down. So I'll do the other half today. 50 ways to love self. And you can number your page if you want to. This is a good exercise for teenagers, for young adults, for old adults, for wise adults, for everybody if they can write. Just to sometimes it's good to just put it in the air. Like, we don't tell ourselves the good things that we need to tell ourselves enough. So this is a good way to do it. And show yourself. It's just like showing other people. You can act like you love somebody all day long, or act like you care, or act like you're concerned. But if you don't show it, it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? I heard you, but I'm not seeing your actions in fruition. Like, I heard you though. I heard you. So now I'm waiting on it to line up. Like, so 50 ways to love myself. Focusing on me too is one of the things, and not focusing on everything around me. Because we can get sidetracked real fast. That music, when you pull up somewhere and park and you just totally get out of your mind frame and don't realize why you got sidetracked. Yeah, somebody playing music loud. Sometimes you just got to tune it all out and shut off all the outside noise so that you can hear yourself clearly. And clear yourself from the fog. And sometimes we create the fog, so we got to walk out of it and move around. Straight up, move around. Thank y'all for tapping the screen. So before we get into 50 ways to love ourselves, I'm going to do the My Turn poem. I don't know why I'm blinking in and out, but it's irritating. This poem is called My Turn. Snap, snap, snaps. Me and my offbeat snap. Snap with some rhythm. Thank you for joining the live, Rod Riches. How are you? Snap, snap, snaps. Snap, snap, snaps. Snap your fingers. Snap your fingers. Snap, snap, snap. Snap your fingers. Snap your fingers. That sounds like an old school jam. Okay. Okay, give me 2 shakes. Hold on just a minute. Okay, I'm back. My daughter leaves, and as soon as she leaves, she texts me like, okay. But okay. So we are snapping for poetry. You working on finishing the book already. Yo, but I'm trying to figure out what you're doing because it was so nice and so together, like, but you might want to add something. I got it. I understand final touches. But it looks really nice. And well put together. So my turn. After stepping aside to let the next go ahead, making everyone else's plate before I'm fed. I've been the last on the list, and most of the time it was my wish, just to let others be the first to accomplish. I've laid down and taken ish, been that rug in front of the door that you used to clean your feet with. I've accepted and put up with the unbelievable, knowing in the end what's achievable. So today, it's my turn. It's time for me to take center stage to make the grade as I pave the way for others who can relate to what I say. It's my turn to shine like new money. I won't shake like jelly, I'm more like honey, and my shine defines my inner peace, that glow that dwells inside of me. No left or right turn to change my direction. There lies perfection in this straight path that I've selected. It's my turn to be all that I could be. I'm not pushing you aside. I'm just saying, excuse me. It's my turn to be that star that stay lit, a writer of life's lessons, not just for profit, accomplishing all that's within my reach and through all that I have been taught, teach, preach, in memory of my ancestors by faith outreach. So between us, if things aren't what they used to be, don't take it personally. Danitria is taking time for me. And it's important, take that time for yourself. And that's why that a poem originated from is just me like, okay, I'm gonna have to just sit still, take some time for myself. And that was a few years ago. So it's like sometimes you gotta get back to it. Like, okay, I done got lost again. Lost in the sauce and lost in doing for everybody else. And sometimes you know, I sit still and I'm like, okay, am I doing everything that I can for everybody else? But I don't even like pencil myself into that category because I'm so worried about everybody else. And it's like, okay, but if I don't ever put anything back, then when is my cup going to be refilled? Like that's when you crash. Look, and ain't nobody trying to crash out. Look, ain't nobody trying to hear that. You don't want to feel bummed out. You don't want to feel woe out. You don't want to feel tired. Like, and so that goes back to what I was saying on the last live, basking in that no, like, I enjoy saying yes and giving, but as a giver, as that person I know that's in me, I have to find a way to not find a way. I gotta put myself first and then find a way to fit them in. Fit in anything else I want to do around it. And It's a learning process. For some people, because some people just, got it down packed. Um, and I'm learning, and all the stuff I partake in when it comes to life coaches and stuff, other people I listen to, I don't take all the credit because I gain knowledge from everywhere. I'm always open to learning. But it's good to just learn how to sit still and do something for myself intentionally. It's just intentionally taking care of me and just doing nothing. I'm up here so a whole bunch of nothing in. I'm gonna be the butterfly and I'm just going, yeah, I'm gonna let my wings dry. So when I do fly out there, I'm gonna be a lot stronger. I'm gonna be a lot more capable, full of endurance, and that transformation is what it is. That's something that can't be taken from us. So I tell people, bask in that, the beauty of who you are, like, and that sometimes we got to find that in us, what our purpose is, and not listen to the outside noise, because the outside noise will confuse you. Nobody knows you better than you, and nobody can help you, but you. Nobody can heal you. It's something that we have to learn. Thank you for joining the live, Chef. It's something we have to learn, and loving ourselves is something that is become mandatory, because it's like, okay, if you don't pencil yourself in, you're gonna be high and dry waiting on somebody to step up. And the thing is that I learned about being a giver is this: it's not the ones that you're giving to that's gonna give it back. That's not even how it works, and that's where a lot of us get confused, because when I was young, I used to be like, wait, hold on, did I just wait and look, I go back to my sister and my mom, because my sister used to be like, yeah, you just let it go. Like, if you did it for the right thing, you can't be thinking about anything after. And I was like, well, I did it for the right reason, but and then it's like, yeah, there's no buts. No buts. So you do it, you keep it moving. And where you gonna get your cup refilled is, you don't even know. You just got you walking blindly, but you know that there's something around that corner, because you the light. You the light, and you bring the light everywhere you go. So, and we didn't heard that. What attract lights? Bugs, right? And that's what we hear all the time, and we know that. So we know that we just have to have our little spray, or just shoo them away, because we don't want to hurt the bugs, but we just want them out of our space. Hi, Shay, Dr. Kimberly, how are you? We want them out of our space so we can be our best self, right? So that goes back to the butterfly journal. You butterfly. That's the whole encouragement behind it, is to keep it moving and know that you got this. Journal through it, get it out, release it, talk about it, use your words, write them out. And then after you write them out, there's a process of retaining that and actually making the change. And then there's other steps. Like, this is just the first step. I'm going to lead you to the water. We talked about that too. Lead you to the water, I might have a few straws for the bougie ones, But then I got to leave you. I got to leave you because I got to work on me. And it's understood, because it's something we all have to do for ourselves, right? Thank you for joining, Rilla. Divine Honors. Divine Honors, Michael. How are you? I had to take some Flonase today because these allergies got me on 10, and I hate medicine. Like, I don't even take Tylenol. But sometimes when I say I was eating ginger raw, just to make sure, I wasn't, how sometimes you can get your allergies confused, and it's like, I don't know if this is cold or if this is allergies, but I'm finna make sure I'm good. Really having elderly clients, got to keep my immune system strong. But when I took the Flonase and it started drying up, I realized these Texas got my allergies on 10. But we are writing or about to start on 50 ways to love self. You can think of 50 reasons to love yourself, 50 ways. What do you do to love yourself? Put it in the chat. What are things that you do? Like I buy myself flowers. Yes, I do. Cuz I love flowers, and since I'm going through the stage of dating myself and getting to know myself inside and out, this is what I like. I noticed that I like flowers. So why am I waiting on anybody to do that for me if it's something I like to do? So I buy myself flowers, and that's a way that I love on myself. I like to smell flowers too. So if I'm out and about, sometimes you can see some beautiful gardens and you're not going to pick their flowers. But you can smell the flowers, and that's just enjoying nature. So that's already 2 reasons to love yourself, or 2 ways to love yourself, because it's all, you loving on nature, you loving on yourself, right? Thank you for being here. And I don't mind hosting. I don't mind hosting at all. I like to help. And I like to share. It helps me. So it's like a twofer. Yeah, these allergies ain't no joke. Last night I was like, I think I used a whole roll of tissue. I need to buy me some Kleenex because it is much softer. But I run out so fast. Sun gaze, and yes, I just came from the park. It definitely helped. It definitely helped. I didn't. It's crazy because I didn't feel no kind of way until I came back in this house. Look, came right back in this house. So I'm thinking like I got a lot of plants and stuff sitting around. I might need to just take them outside, and it is that time, like spring clean these ceiling fans, all of that. Yeah, date yourself and see if you like you. And if you don't like you, then how the heck you expect somebody else to like you? That's crazy. Like, you gonna make it through the full date, but without an argument? Like, real talk. Real talk. Divine Honors, X-Man, how are you? Thank you for sharing the live, X-Man. Thank y'all for tapping the screen. Grand evening, Universal Star C. How are you? I popped up an hour late this morning, trying to stay up late like I'm grown. No, I need my sleep. But I went live last night for a couple of hours, because I just been having crazy energy and I haven't been able to sleep. And I was like, okay, maybe I can learn something about TikTok. And the way I like to learn, or the only way I really can learn, I just dive in. Like, that's just how I learn. So I want to start doing like an open mic. I was talking about that last night. With people who might want to share their talent, so I won't be the only one doing poetry. And maybe having some co-host or something. And then I'm thinking about doing it on like Saturday night or something, so we could do like turn a party night into a positive party night. Right on the clock, right on the TikTok. Thank you, Michael, for the populars. I appreciate you. Great to have you. Great to have you. Yep, solo date night, baby. I take myself somewhere in a minute. I ain't waiting on nobody. But it's just a part of the transformation. Like, the thought that you need somebody is a problem. And it don't matter if you're in a relationship or not. It's something you have to start to do by yourself, whether you coupled up or not. Boo don't have to go with you everywhere. And if Boo got to go with you everywhere, something's wrong. Something wrong with you or Boo. And y'all need to address that. Boy, because I'm quick to like, wait, hold on. This, something not right. Look, when I move, you move? Nah, bruh. I need to breathe. Um, so that should never be a problem. Like you should be able to take time for yourself, even in a relationship, because how do you grow individually if you always hitched to something? You know what I'm saying? You got to release, like, cut the cord. Cut the cord so you can breathe and you can see what you're dealing with by yourself. I looked up one year and I was like, dang, I've been in a relationship since I was an adult. I was like, okay, hold on. When did I take some time and really get to know who I was? I went from a child right into a full-fledged long relationship. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's just that I'm just now taking that time. And so, we live and we learn, but it's crazy because I remember telling myself certain things when I was little, and that, this is why we got to stop telling ourselves craziness. But I was like, oh no, I would never. My parents married each other 3 times. and I appreciate the love. But sometimes it can be chaotic. And I think that's a bit much. Yeah, I think, and that's my opinion, because for them, they did what they had to do. Got half already. So, it's hard to speak on somebody else and what they choose to do. I'll just say this. A lot of people think that staying together is best for the kids. And so that's why I voice what I voice a lot, because I feel like that's not true. I feel like it's best to leave. It's best to pack your stuff and to leave and sever ties if it's not working. And my parents it was a particular situation time and time again. So I understood that, because even the last time that they got married, it was me and my sister. My grandmother, my dad's mom, had passed and, transitioned, and we went to celebrate her life. And we saw a different side of our dad. We hadn't seen him in a couple of years, and we saw a different side of him. He had been through this rehab program again, but he had successfully had completed it this time. And we were the ones, we were adults at this time, that came back and voiced that, maybe you should, call him or something. And it's just one of those things with it, when they say a stripe, what do they say? A tiger, or what is the saying? I can't even think of it. Never changes its stripes. Because it kind of, it resorted back to the same thing. So it was like, even though, some of us feel like we ready to change, but, whether it's the addict in us or what, we keep resorting back to what we're familiar with. And we have to get out of that mindset, because we are so much better without these things that hold us back. Really, when they trigger different actions in us. And, have you ever seen somebody leave one way and they come back somebody totally different and you don't recognize them? That's how it was. And that's how chaotic it can be when somebody is on substances that are so strong that you don't recognize them. So, to say the least, I say that for, because I used to say I want to be an advocate and talk to kids and talk to people that are in these battered situations, and they keep going back because they feel like, oh, this, that, and then they say, well, the kids, and we want them to have both parents. And yeah, there's some people out there that was in a single parent home that had a better childhood because they didn't see all the drama. So we have to be willing to address that. And whether it's healthy for us and healthy for the kids to see all of this chaoticness. I take my hat off to my mom, because she was fighting for love. And that's something you want to continue to fight for. And yeah, I'll leave it at that. So 50 ways to love yourself. Look, so you can fight for it within yourself, and then it's kind of like when you do it within yourself, you manifest it, right? Then the real love will come. The real true love, it will appear. And it might not look like, it might not be what we thought it was, even though that was what we married or whatever. But yeah, it's important. It's important to look at the big picture and not just stay because it's comfortable, not just stay because of financial. Like, make a way. That's why there's all kind of safe havens and all kind of homes out here. There's a way to get out. You just have to mentally tell yourself that you're worth it. And that it's not love, because that's what we fool ourselves by saying that is something about it that keeps me here. So what? I have two on the 50 Ways to Love Self. Buy flowers and smell flowers. Those are two that I like to do. We said date night, where I just go get me something to eat. I might go to the park. Whatever date night looks like to you. Yeah, and going half on the bills. That is too funny. But what does date night look like to you? What do you like to do, and that you can do by yourself? It's crazy because before all of this madness started, when I was traveling a lot, I said I was going to start traveling by myself. It's kind of creepy, but it's like I want to get that independence of not being so clingy, because when I started traveling overseas, like me and my friend, I would be like, man, I won't say me and my friends, I'm the only one, like, let's stick together, let's, and they like, oh, let's live. And I'm like, no, have you seen stuff on the news? Like, we got to be cautious, and be safe. And yeah, because people disappearing, like, we got to be safe. But I said I was going to take a trip by myself. And I've taken some road trips by myself. But not really like a vacation by myself. So that's something, even if I was finna say go camping, but I don't know. It's a lot of madness going on. Camp in your backyard by yourself. Is it fenced in and you know what I'm saying, and locked in? Look, I'm gonna camp in my yard. I know y'all already seen my tent, so that's something I've already done. But the yard is safe if you're gonna do it by yourself. But what does date night look like to you? What do you like to do that you could take yourself out and do? Bike ride. That sounds like a good one. Salon pampering, yeah. Haircutting, getting your hair cut and styled, yeah. Baby, they start at hundreds of dollars when I come. Nah, bruh, like, I know I got a lot of hair. But my sister's a hairstylist too, so I learned to do it myself. Spa, yes. Eat dinner and watch the sunset. That sounds beautiful. Ooh, you know what? I got sunset on my other 50. So I'm trying to make sure I don't duplicate, because I remember my other list, which, let me see, is it in this book? I love the sunrise and the sunset. We can even put sun gazing, because that's different from just watching it set. So I'm gonna add sun gazing. And that spot stuff is always good. I like to soak my feet. Um, yeah. Those that know me. I'm a nail tech. I've been a nail tech for 22 years, and I specialize in pedicures and all natural pedicures. So I create these soaks, because I'm like, the longer you soak, the better. You know what I'm saying? You only get one pair of feet. So when I get time, I might not change my polish or anything. I would just soak my feet, and I have a little kettle that heats up water like in 30 seconds. I have it sitting right there by me and keep adding hot water. And I can sit there and do that for an hour and a half. Like, and then I'm like, slob and sleep. Because it is so relaxing. So I'm going to soak my feet. And then I also have a massage, like, you know how you could buy those portable massage things? I got mine from Macy's when I worked there. And the brand Homedics is a really good brand. So I bought the chair massage thing, so you can sit it in any chair, and you can sit in and get your own massage in. Nobody ain't got to touch you, nothing. While you soaking your feet. Sit at the park and yeah, with the ducks or the ponds. You know what? I'm gonna put skate because I done that today. And when I tell you that skating is therapeutic, not only is it a good workout, but baby, that wind was hitting my face. I had my grandson's hand and he kept doing this. He was just taking all of it in. Like he loved nature. And we had us a good old time. We had to rush back because I start the book study at 3, but my granddaughter gets out of school at 3:20. So it's like we're gonna make it back in time. But we should have got up earlier and went. It was nice. I love paddle boating. But you said paddle boarding. I love the water. I like the little boats where that's a good workout too. I'm gonna put that one. And I like jet skis too. I love jet skis. What's another good one? I like to make all natural stuff for my skin. Like I do avocado in my hair, and I do like after you after you make your coffee, you could take the coffee grinds and mix maybe like 2 tablespoons of coffee grinds with an egg, and you can make a natural mask for your face. It'll tighten up your skin and it'll remove like lines and stuff from your skin. So that's a good like self-care thing. I'll put all natural mask or all natural face mask. Ooh, yeah, sit on the beach. I love that one too. I like the waves. My mom had came up with a good idea when we was in Hawaii, and she was like, "Record the waves for me," and we brought it back home. Look, now I'm trying to think. I need to go through my drive and see if I can find that video. But I always record the water when I go to the beach, so it's like you could take a little bit of beach home with you. Wouldn't that be nice? And I'm gonna just say it. Hold on, I gotta do a puzzle. I'm gonna just say it. I take me a bag. Let me find one. Let me find one. I take me a bag and I always grab some sand. I'm gonna find one. And I always have mason jars. So I make these little jars. Like this is the sand. I got a rock from that beach. I got some shells from that beach. And I make me a little, it's like a souvenir from whatever beach I have. I usually buy some kind of sticker if I'm out of town so I can remember where the sand is from. So I have some around here, like from when I went to Costa Rica and Hawaii, and I saved a little bit of the sand. And so it's just like a way that you could bring the beach home. So like that's a gift to keep on giving to yourself. So I'm gonna say sit on the beach. And I like to take some rocks and some sand. We sharing it, right? It's both ours because it's nature, right? So how do we say it? We're gonna say grab because we're not taking from the earth. Like it's still on earth, right? So grab a little souvenir. And then sand, seashells, whatever I can find. If they pretty rocks, I take them. I love rocks. I mean, I grab them. I mean, we sharing them, right? They both ours. And seashells. Now my granddaughter does it, and she's like, "Ooh, can I have this seashell?" Yep, you found it. It's yours. She was trying to listen to it. So yes, that's a good one. Anybody have any other good ideas for taking care of self? We're gonna wrap this book study up in a minute so we can finish. We'll finish this list on another live because we're gonna do plenty. plenty book studies on journaling, just to get ourselves in that mode of thinking about gratitude, thinking about affirmations, thinking about putting ourselves first. This is a good way to sit and just think about stuff you could do. How you could take it a step further. Remember when I said you could cut these out, put them in a jar or put them in a hat, and every week just randomly pick one out. If it's hard for you to decide and you in any kind of mood, pick one out and then just do it sporadically. That'll be fun. So we got sit on the beach. Divine Honors fam. Grand sleep. Have a good nap. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Let me grab my charger because we's not prepared. We don't want no smoke. So I thank y'all for joining. We're going to wrap this one up. Give me a few minutes to get the other book study started. Eat my onion rings. I broke my fast with 2 boiled eggs. I've got to eat something. Something. So remember, 50 ways to love yourself, 50 reasons to love yourself. You don't even really have to give yourself no reason. You just need to do it. But this is a good way to do something sporadic for yourself. It's a good way to treat yourself for all the hard work you put in. Treat yourself for just existing. Like, you don't even have to have a reason. Just treat yourself. So I appreciate you. I thank y'all for all the taps. I thank y'all for the gifts. I appreciate y'all for participating. Tapping into the live is definitely appreciated. And it helps other people to find us so we can, share our love with everybody that, that's in alignment. Divine honors to my people, to the people, all the people, to the comments, to the love. Divine honors to today, to this moment, because this moment we will not get back. So I appreciate y'all for it. I appreciate y'all for sharing this last this hour with me. For those that's been here and those that has been in and out or whatever, I appreciate you. I feel like that needs to be said. And I'm hearing more people say it, and it makes you say it more. So I appreciate the other people who appreciate. Look, but yeah, peace, love, and light, and I'll be right back. So give me 2 shakes, and we'll do it all again. Peace, love, and light.